The story continue while in their way riding on the wagon. The road to the west gate is long and rough. She'll find it so hard for the little lady to go there. Her little maid were so worried on her situation, but she said she was used to it. They will eat the cookies that they bought once they will get there. The men of the Rubelin family don't eat sweets, even if that's the sweet bought by the maids or bought by her. She was planning to run a business like a bakery after getting divorced. She was really confused when she heard that there were no ingredients. Well, she already bought a lot of ingredients lately, so it should be fine. If it's not enough, she can go out again on a beautiful day and buy some more. She was out from her thoughts when the carriage where she riding on was suddenly so shaking, as if they were crashed to something. She was checked by her maid if she's fine. She hears a screaming from the outside that monsters are coming. She was shocked. What? Monsters? She said. She was instructed by her knight to crouch down on the floor and not to get out from the carriage until the knights of Rubelin have handled all the monsters. She was scared. Did the monsters really appear? Ladies in mind. Her maid calming her down. It won't be a big deal, she said. Just wait for a while. The knights will soon slay all the monsters, she said, till the carriage was as if it's about to collapse. She was so scared. What was that? She said, when she saw in the window that there was a giant scary monster looking at her. They was not able to move or scream as if they were there waiting to be eaten by a monster. A monster grabbed the fallen carriage. She wondered what happened to the knights out there and the servants. Could it be they were? She was scared. No way at this rate. She don't want to die this way. A hand creating a strong wind appears and blow out the monster to another place. It was Richard Rubelin. Dare to attack the carriage, he said. But the monster fight back, releasing the venomous liquid from its spike. He dazzled. You're begging me to kill you, so I'll grant you that wish, he said. He gathered his full attack and released it at once. As expected, it dies in one shot of the thunderstorm. Richard. She's calling his name. Get us out of the carriage, please. She's happy nothing's happened to her maid. Is she too kind or a bit silly? She must have been scared and anxious. She's taking care of her maid instead of herself. Doesn't she see the wound on her arms? Richard in mind. I think it will heal in a few days. She was thankful for Richard for saving them. I'll repay you later, she said. He was speechless. How does a kid who likes cookies repay someone? He asked. Why are you acting like that again? She said. He felt relief. He was able to get there before it's too late. The scene cut where her maid was fixing her hair. How can you be this beautiful? You definitely look like a princess doll, maid said. If Richard sees you, he will fall in love with you immediately. She saw her reflection in the mirror. This time put their heart into this look. Elisa in mind. This is an important day. They have no choice but to do so. No noble child can beat the beauty of you, maid said. That's right. There is only one angel on earth, and that is you. One servant came to inform that the young duke was waiting for her downstairs. While they were approaching Richard, she was amazed by his handsomeness. Same as what she saw him, he also amazed by her beauty. She already had a pretty face before, but now she's even more beautiful. Richard in mind. What's this? He looked at me and now pretended like we didn't know each other. Elisa in mind. Is he mad at something? Young master must be thrilled because of your beautifulness, maid said, which she agreed. He meet his grandpa in the hallway. You're standing here as a Rubelin. We must act wisely so as not to discredit the family title, he said. That's right. Not many girls can replace you. I was prepared for that when I arrived at the Duke's castle. Elisa in mind. Then let's go, he said. That night, when the monster attacked, the Emperor invitation has arrived. The Emperor's purpose is very clear. Is there a child who has taken the position that the princess should have held? It's just to make sure there's no deception to avoid royal marriage. In addition, it is also to ensure the target can be easily eliminated. Even if we don't accept the invitation, the Emperor won't revenge, but avoiding it is something Rubelin wouldn't allow. So 4 days later, Richard and Elisa moved to the island with the Duke Albert. After they arrived, if they can't get rid of the issue in the next 2 weeks, they must prepare for the Emperor's invitation. She don't want to make this forced trip a second time. She wondered why does he keep looking at her like that. as the maid said that she was extremely beautiful today. So she that proud of herself. "Why are you looking at me like that? Is there something on me?" she asked. He reached his hand like she was having thought of something, but there was something on her hair. "There's a thread on my hair." "Thank you," she said. "You're welcome," he said. She asked, "Who's the crown prince and the crown princess?" "Trashes," he said. "He always has a harsh judgment on the other people, but this time is extremely harsh," he said. She wondered, what does he base on? They were informed they were arrived at the hunting ground and to be ready to get off. He reached his hand to her to get off from the carriage, as if she's the princess that no one can compare her to any other girls. But when she heads up, she saw that kind of look from those people. Oh God, look at that expression, so gloomy. If you like this story and wants me to continue, comment the word Elisa.